resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man.
She made me do it. True story. I don't get it. She the reason. I'm so seclusive. She my Harley. What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? Bitch, my name is Blac Attack. Atom bomb, destructive cat. Who my team is solo. I got me, myself, and I learned it from them cats who got they heart, hurt bodies, men and women. I'm not from this earth. I see different. Amy, D them do her like I'm tweaking on that beat like Tracy, baby. Throw it to my tongue like Brady. She's a crazy lady. She be feeling for my dick like she's my bitch, but she be acting like she want me on the low. She really bout one from the game. Really, she just bout the game. Really, she just feeling for some love. I messed up. I ain't pay attention. She was fooling T. Now I'm about that competition, tryna be Adam. Where's my Eve? I can't see behind this money, all this green. Adam, where's my Eve? Selling kitty on the ground. Then this pussy not for frisky. Damn, where's my E? Fucking with them feet. Now I'm DG Adam, where's your E? Got me squinting like I'm Stevie. I don't know, I just can't see. Where is E? Selling kitty on the ground. Then this pussy not for frisky. Damn, where's my E? Fucking with them fiends. Now I'm DG Adam, where's your E? Got me squinting like I'm Stevie. I don't know, I just can't see. There she go, playing in the mud with them boys who wanna fuck. Now you stuck, caught you in the mix. Them niggas bitches, they don't want no smoke. Personally, I put all y'all in the ground, y'all sniffing coke. Think this shit a joke, where is E? Play defense, flow switch. Now I'm painting pictures, I've been peeping Mona, been with Lisa lately. Used to say they crucify you if you gay. Things been changing lately, no I'm not gay, I'm just saying. Where's my Lisa? Probably chilling with that nigga, maybe even Kia, smoking on that reefer. Play defense, ooh that shit tastes good. E told Adam take a piece, he said he know he shouldn't, but he really should. Heard them niggas talking round the block like damn hood. Was it good? I mean it stuck up in my throat. Now I got them demons in my soul. Adam, where's my Eve? I can't see behind this money, all this green and turn me to a fiend. I've been blowing cash, planting seeds. Now I'm DG smoking all this tree. We gon' call that fiendin'. Adam, where's your E? Selling kitty on the ground, this pussy not for frisky. Damn, where's my E? Fucking with them fiends. Now I'm DG Adam, where's your E? Got me squinting like I'm Stevie. I can't see Adam, where's your E? Selling kitty on the ground. Damn, this pussy not for frisky. Damn, where's your E? Fucking with them fiends. Now I'm DG Adam, where's your E? Got me squinting like I'm Stevie. I don't know, I just can't see. I just don't get it, I'm not trying to judge, but the good ones always going with the bad ones. I was trying to put you up on game, baby. I was trying to build you up to fame with me. I already know my cuckoo flow so crazy, I just don't be showing it. I ain't show you shit, why'd you show me this? Why'd you show me this? Adam's apple was from Eve. I'm just tryna be Adam, where's my Eve? I can't see behind this money, all this green. I've been smoking all this tree. Adam, where's my Eve? Eve, still a kitty on the granite pussy, not for frisky. Damn, where's my Eve? Eve, fucking with them fiends. Now I'm DG, Adam, where's your E? Got me squinting like I'm Stevie. I don't know, I just can't see. Where is Eve? Where is Eve? Damn, where is Eve? Where is Eve? Where is Eve? She in the gardens with them demons. I'll be preaching, I'll be speaking about the truth. These hoes just scream without a clue. They think it's stupid.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. Shout out to the Adams. Good evening to the Eves. This is the Blac Pill podcast. Ninja, we in here, Ninja. Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? You know, I've just been embracing my branding. Shout out to Bane, Ninja. Y'all like the new sound?
You think darkness is your ally?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody. We in the building, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We got a good show for you guys today. It's not too much going on in the entertainment industry right now. I seen this. I felt like we may as well discuss. So, has Candace Owens met her match in debate? She and Princella go head to head over patriarchy versus matriarchy. Shout out to Candace Owens and shout out to the Queen Maker. And the question today or tonight's stream is, chat, do you think society would run better as a matriarchy or a patriarchy? Ninja.
Oh my
yes, sir.
God, no way.
And let us know what you think on all chats. Y'all know what it is, man. We streaming on 6 platforms. What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook? What up, Twitch? What up, Rumble? What up, Twitter? And what up, Kick? Ninja, we in here. My stomach is messed up, but we're gonna keep pushing and persevering for success. Let me pull myself in here. Where we at? What up, everybody? It's your boy gang. Nah, I'm just playing. I ain't gang banging. Shout out to the ninjas that bang. Ninja, I don't bang, ninja. If my stream lagging,
You need to leave.
if my stream lagging, I don't know why it's lagging, ninja. I pay my bills, but it is what it is. Let me pull myself up in here. 1 second. Let me see. Twitch, what up, Twitch? Instagrams, YouTube. And let us know how you feel. Like I said, y'all can see the chat now, so I'll put the chat up so everybody can see themselves when they respond. Shout out to the haters, because we probably gonna have haters today. Shout out to all the feminists. Feminists, are you in here?
Hello.
Shout out to the feminists. Hey, say, man, look, before we get started, man, first off, this ain't no red pill content, ninja. All right. This ain't no red pill content, my ninja. First things first, let's start here. This ain't no red pill content, ninja. Ain't nothing to talk about. Shit, ninja, you know what it is. My ninja, talk shit, swallow spit. Secondly, stream may be lagging because it was raining earlier. I don't know if it's raining right now. It is dark though. I mean, it's 8:32, so I mean, it is what it is. Past that, quick disclaimer, people. Quick disclaimer. Everything you hear is for social media entertainment purposes only, my ninja. It's just social media commentary. None of this is real. None of this is real. None of this is real. We're just talking shit. Personally, I don't give a damn, right? Let me just say it like that. I don't care. I don't care because I can't save the world, ninja. I can't save the world. I care about my supporters. Shout out to the core. That's it, ninja. I only care about my supporters. The rest of y'all can go kick rocks with no shoes on, ninja. That way, ninja. Like that, my ninja. That's how I feel on the inside. Nah, but in all seriousness, yeah, man, I mean, you know, don't shoot the messenger. Don't be mad at me, ninja. It is what it is. Let's get into the show. Past that, let us know how you feel. Mainly, if you want me to see your comments, like I said, everybody comment on these different places, but you can come congregate on my YouTube because I have the YouTube chat where I can see and I have the Rumble chat to where I can see. So I can't actually see the chat that's right here. I cannot see it right now. I don't have it set up right now to where I can see it. So you guys can see it. I can't see it. Anyways, answer the poll in the chat. And for those of you who needs to understand what's going on, I put the definitions in the YouTube. So patriarchy is a system of society or government in which men hold the power and women are largely excluded from it. A matriarchy is a system or society of government ruled by a woman or women and then a gynocracy. I threw that one in there because that's what I think that society is. I think society is a gynocracy, but a gynocracy is a form of government or social system where women hold the dominant power and are the primary decision makers. And I know a lot of people would feel like, hey, you know, I have no idea what I'm talking about because the men are in power. But I've always said this. I've said this theory multiple times on my stream to where I think that, you know, I feel that as if the men that are in power are shackled by the women that they've dealt with in their past, right?
But what the hell, boy?
Now, what I mean by that is, depending on who you dealt with, she has leverage over you because you dealt with her. You feel me? So because you dealt with her, she can turn around and tell you or influence you to do certain things. And shout out to the alphabet boys and girls and the LGBTQIA+. Same thing applies to them in the relationships that they have with they them, Ninja. All right. Also, like I said before we get started, Ninja, like we participate in dark humor, my Ninja. So it's dark humor, Ninja. Don't be affected by me, Ninja. You feel me? I'm just looking at my stream to see if it's gonna drop because it looks like it wants to drop, but I don't think it's gonna drop. There we go. We good. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we participate in dark humor, Ninja. Like I said, my stomach is messed up. It's the food I ate earlier because I've been doing this thing where I've been fasting, so I haven't been eating as much. So I'm cooked, Ninja. Okay, we're gonna say it like that. But past that, let's get on with today's show or tonight's show, and let us know what you think in the comment section. First things first, like I said, people, everybody has the same social media, but we all have different algorithms. So we're gonna show you each of our algorithms. Now, first things first, shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to Rihanna.
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because you're about to ask me something that a kid knows that I don't.
I wanted to know, what would Smurfette's skincare routine look like? I know it's going to be some Fenty in there, but you got to let me know.
Definitely tons of Fenty skin.
Nah, I don't care what Rihanna's saying. I'm here to tell you, but I'm here to tell you like this. Shout out to ASAP for having one of the most beautiful women on the planet, Ninja. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to ASAP. Past that, I don't know what she talking about. Shout out to Fenty, too. One of the best makeup lines right now. Here we go.
Exactly.
But if you keep the skin from the Smurf berries and you rub it on your face, you'll never need Botox. That's what I heard on TikTok.
That's what you heard on TikTok?
But that's what I heard.
From the horse's mouth. Final round. First person signed Declaration of Independence. Go.
Oh, you know I'm not American.
Whoa. Now shout out. Whoa. Pause.
But what the hell, boy?
Shout out to America, the best country in the world, my Ninja. What you thought this was, Ninja? What you thought this was, Ninja? Yeah. Don't play like that, Riri. Don't play like that, Riri. I'm just playing. Word to ASAP. Shout out to ASAP Rocky. All right, man. Let's see what we got in the Adam experience. Let me see. It's about to get crazy tonight. Here we go. First things first. What do we have here?
Okay, I like pegging.
What?
Oh, man. Shout out to the feminists. Feminists like this kind of stuff. Hey, feminists, don't shoot the messenger, Ninja. I'm just saying.
Pegging. I like strapping young men.
You peg a lot? What the hell? Oh my God. Yeah.
What do I say? I need a sound for that one. I don't know. Here we go.
Yeah.
Like how many times a week?
Like once.
I don't even top once a week.
You don't top once a week?
No. So tell me how it is, your experience with straight men.
I have never met one that don't take it.
I beg your pardon?
Maybe one. But usually like, it's like, oh no, oh, you do that? Or,
They're like, oh wait.
so.
But what the hell? What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
America, what's going on?
Oh, it's like a fake, like, oh, I don't know what that is. It's very easy. I have no issue finding straight men to down ever.
Oh, that's the
What do I press, bruh? What do I press? You ninjas is down bad out here, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Men are the new women, Ninja. Men are the new women. Jeez Louise, Ninja. No disrespect to the alphabet community, but I don't think this is alphabet community behavior. At the end of the day, I wouldn't know, Ninja. I wouldn't know, but...
What do it take for you to usually peg a man?
7 days.
That's fast.
Yes.
So what's the craziest thing you ever did for love?
Staying with like a serial cheater.
How many times do you know you cheat? Like you can count on one hand?
Okay. Now it all makes sense. So because you got cheated on, you have to get back at these ninjas because you got cheated on. You stayed with a serial cheater, so now you're pegging ninjas. Diabolical, ninja. Diabolical. Ill. Let's continue. Let's see what else we got. We got Slim Thug, man. Shout out to Slim Thug. We got Slim Thug saluting Klay Thompson for taking his dream girl, Meg the Stallion. Meg. I call her Meg. That's her name now.
Who is the baddest chick in the game right now?
Oh, man.
Still Rihanna. Megan Glow. Still Rihanna Hill.
Yeah, still Rihanna. Shout out to Rihanna. Ninja. Let me find. Who watched Love Island? Love Island? I don't watch Love Island. But it was this girl on Love Island. She looked like Rihanna. I was like, yeah. Like she was light skinned with the eyes and everything. I was like, yeah, that's the one. Now I don't watch Love Island, but shout out to Love Island because it has the internet in the chokehold. I don't really watch TV like that, people. But yeah, that girl, yeah, she's straight too. But anyways, my ninja down bad, ninja. Damn. That ninja feelings hurt, ninja. That ninja on the ground. That ninja smoking Dodie on the ground. My ninja feelings hurt. Here we go.
It's all right. Taylor Rooks. I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry at the game. Glow up. They too young for me. The Stallion would have been good, but I don't know if she got enough live pictures like.
My ninja hurt, ninja. I know how I feel when you like a girl, she wanna be with somebody else, ninja. That hurt, bro. Here we go.
Ruby Rose, that man. That boy.
Clay shot the 3 on me.
Oh, he did.
That nigga come through and hit you with
I salute him. I salute him. I'm happy for him. It's look good.
That boy can't number Nick.
He did. Salute.
Yeah, bro, that ball, that sports player money different. That sports player money different in comparison to that rap money. The rap money is good money, but sports player money as a rapper, if you don't invest your money, you'll go broke fast. Now, as a sports player, you cannot invest your money and still go broke, but it's different because them ninjas dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars, ninjas. So shout out to Klay Thompson. And shout out to Slim Thug. Here we go.
Oh, India Love. She bad.
I was gonna say that. Honestly, that was the.
Damn, my ninja down bad, ninja. All right, man, let's continue. All right, y'all know what it is. We have my white brothers and sisters. What up, gang? Y'all know I love you guys. Shout out to my white brothers and sisters. So we have the usual suspects. And I'm not prejudiced. If I come off as prejudiced, it's because I was taught hate by the people around me, okay? But we have the usual suspects squaring up with each other. Now, I have a new sound. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Let's get it.
Fucking play. Fuck off, man. Don't yell at people. Get going. Fucking yell at people, man.
Oh.
Hey, fucking shit out of here. You wanna fuck around? Hey, you wanna fuck around? You wanna go? You wanna go, motherfucker?
Oh.
It's Monday night fucking golf. You gonna hit me?
Oh.
You gonna hit me? Go ahead, man. Get
Oh.
one shot and then watch what happens. Seriously, buddy. Do it. It's Monday night fucking golf. You in a rush or you gotta pee? You hit up our ass all day. Don't fucking you push me.
Oh.
You pushed me first. You got one back.
Oh. Oh.
Come on, man. Bring it up. Bring it up, buddy.
This is retarded.
Seriously, come on, man.
Oh. 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 Hey, bro. Let them tell the narrative. You'll only think that ninjas do this. Shout out to my white brothers and sisters. Look at this.
Hey, stop!
Oh.
You can step in, Justin.
Oh.
You can stop it!
Oh. Oh. Oh.
That ninja slept that ninja. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
You can help de-escalate.
Oh.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Oh. Oh.
No, guys.
Oh, you want to go? You're
fucking crazy.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Let's go.
You guys are running. No, not. I don't know you.
Okay, guys.
Now I'm gonna teach you ninja something, man. Elbows, my ninja. Elbows. You gotta use your elbows, ninja. Crazy. Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Hey, man, let's skip to the patriarchy and the matriarchy. Let me see what else we have here. We have this lady right here. Shout out to this white queen. Here we go.
This bitch says, keep him, please. We need to rest. Lady, you couldn't pull him on your best day. Don't worry about it. I got this.
We need to rest?
Yeah. What you need to rest? That stretched out badge?
What the hell?
Shout out to this white queen. What up, KB? Welcome back. Ninja, what's going on here, Ninja?
Stay bothered. This.
Yo. Yo, hold on.
Bitch says, keep him, please. We need to rest. Lady, you couldn't pull him on your best day. Don't worry about it. I got this.
We need to rest?
Yeah. What you need to rest? That stretched out badge?
What the hell? Oh my God. No way.
Shout out to the white women's. Like I said, I swirl like it's a special occasion if I swirl, ninja. But nah, in all seriousness, she gotta look like Pam Bondi. She gotta look a little bit like Pam Bondi. She look like Pam Bondi. No disrespect to the U.S. Attorney General. Let me say that before she made me disappear. Yeah. Before she made me disappear, like she did the Epstein files, ninja. Like she did the Epstein files. Yeah. Yeah, she did that. So yeah, she need to look like Pam Bondi.
What the hell, boy?
If she look like Pam Bondi, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay? Anyway, shout out to Lightbright for standing on business. Let me see what else we have. We have this gentleman right here. Rate your Riz, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, rate your Riz as we gear up towards the patriarchy. I'm going a bit fast because I want people to participate in the conversation. But we probably have three more things. We only have 3 things to discuss, people, and then we're at the main event. So you guys hit the like button and bear with me and answer the poll. All right, so where we at? First things first. We have Rate Your Riz, people. Let's get it. Here we go.
Are you on birth control right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. Are you headed?
This is for the ninjas that say if it ain't snowing, I ain't going. Here we go.
The class?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just let me grab your phone number.
What?
And yeah.
Oh, I thought this was like a research project.
Yeah, I mean it is kind of a research project. We got to do it back at my house though. That's where we complete it. Who are you looking for?
Is this a YouTube video?
No, I've been looking for a redhead like all day.
That's how you approach people? You ask them that?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't go to people's houses before I know them.
Well, I'll take you on a date. What do you like to eat?
Mexican food.
Oh.
Black women, are you in here? Shout out to the ladies.
Hello.
Now I can speak, you know how black women say you can't speak for them because whatever the case may have you. I can technically speak for black women because I date and deal with black women, right? Besides the point, I was gonna say, ladies, I know you don't want to come off easy, ladies, but if you like a ninja, ladies, and a ninja push up on you, ladies, I think you should give that ninja the chance because you know how hard it is to come up to somebody and say, hey, I want to get to know you, you know, see how you doing, see what you about, maybe take you out and get some food. It's not easy, bro, because a lot of times you be caught up in your own words. I remember back when I was in middle school. I remember middle school, right? It was this girl that I used to like. I remember way back when, ninja, I'm about to tell y'all a story, bro. It was this girl named Amaya. This girl was fine. Woo. She was woo. So yeah, I remember, I forgot who I told. I told somebody, next thing you know, the whole school knew that I liked this girl named Amaya, right? So I didn't have the confidence that I have now. I told you I used to be bullied. So I remember it was just one lunchroom. You know, one day in the lunchroom, right? One day in the lunchroom, they was like, oh, you know, Amaya want to talk to you. You said you like her and stuff. Go talk to her. Ninja. I'm sitting there like,
but what the hell, bro?
I'm sitting there like, so, you know, she come up with all her friends and she's like, yeah, they say you like me or whatever. And I'm sitting there looking at her like this. Cause I ain't know what to say there. So she was like, oh, you know, you're not gonna say anything? Ninja, I try to speak, Ninja. This is what I said, Ninja. Oh man, the sound didn't go off, but I said I was okay. Damn, the sound didn't go off the way I needed it to. But yeah, bro, she was like, ew, I don't like you, you're ugly. I was like, you need to leave. She hurt my heart, man. She hurt my heart. But shout out to Amaya and shout out to her friends and all them people. Yeah, I got good memory. I remember that, Ninja. I remember you ninjas remember that too. All you ninjas remember that. But yeah, like I said, ladies, if a dude like you and you like the dude, don't be shy. Don't hesitate. Life is short, Ninja. Y'all always see me. Y'all know sometimes I be so tired when I come on here. I always try to remind you guys, do you understand? Like, take a good look around you. Hold up. Take a good look around you. Do you guys understand that this is not like the practice run? This is not a trial run. Like, this is it, people. Look around. This is it. Oh my God. It's gonna end one day. It's going to end one day. Now, like I said, I'm saying this perfectly coherent. I'm not ending myself no time soon, Ninja. I don't plan on doing that because I'm not ready to meet my maker yet, okay? Let me say that. I'm not ready to meet my maker. But what I will tell you is, Ninja, you gotta enjoy your time here. Ladies, the same thing. Now, I'm not saying go out and, you know, rub genitalia with everybody, right? I'm not saying that, okay? I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, Ninja, live your life. Ninja, life is short. You only got one. Do it right the first time. Here we go.
You're playing.
I have IBS. I can't do Mexican food, but we can do like Italian food.
Wait, I'm so thrown off. That's how you approach people?
Yeah, what? I don't understand. What's the problem?
I don't know. That's weird.
It's weird?
Yeah.
How should I have approached you?
Like, hi, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing? My name is Julian.
Let's go, Julian.
Leah.
Let's go, Julian. Let's go. Here we go.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I don't want to get you late, so we can just make this quick here. You can just put your number in and I'll text you and fall in love and stuff and go from there.
So this is what you ask for that a lot? That's your go-to?
Yeah, man, I remember when I was in college, man. When I was in college, dog, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you was fine when I was in college, they remember me in college. Believe me, if you was fine in college and I was attracted to you, I was gonna find a way to talk to you. And if I couldn't find a way to talk to you, I was gonna keep walking by till you noticed me on Ninja on some stalkerish. I'm not a stalker though, let me just say that. I'm not a stalker, but I was gonna keep walking back and forth by you until you noticed me and you said, why are you walking back and forth? And I was gonna tell you, I'm trying to figure out the right thing to say to you, but you nice to look at. Like, I want to get to know you like that, Ninja. Like that, Ninja. Like that. I don't care. Yeah, I was wilding in college. But now I have more control. Here we go.
I guess.
You gay? Okay. You have a good day.
Are you on birth control right now?
Yeah.
Shout out to Julian and shout out to this ginger. My question is she black? Is she black? Because, on social media, they say on the net now that if you're ginger, you're black. I didn't make that up, people. That's what they say on the internet now. That's what I've been hearing. Word on the street, right? Word on the internet street. So the question is she black? Is she black? I don't know, but I would want to get to know her. Anyways, let's continue. Shout out to the white people. All right, some more craziness on the internet. Scientists, let me say it like this. The LGBTQIA plus community is going to be in shambles. In a good way for them, I believe. I don't know. But scientists have officially found a way to make two biological males now have a baby.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, what do we say to that, guys? I don't know what to say to that. But a groundbreaking leap in reproductive technology is challenging our fundamental understanding of human biology and parenthood. Here's how scientists are making this extraordinary possibility a reality. 1. Stem cell reprogramming. Researchers have successfully reprogrammed male somatic cells such as skin cells into induced pluripotent stem cells, iPSCs. These stem cells can then be guided to become functional egg cells through sophisticated laboratory protocols.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Anywho, no disrespect to the gay people. Shout out to the homosexual people. We love everybody on the earth, okay? People on the court, we love people, but we keep a distance because everybody's a little bit loony out here, including us. Let's continue. Creation of male-derived egg cells. Hold on.
But what the hell, boy?
And I don't know the validity of this. That's why I say everything is for entertainment purposes only. But I mean, it's been published, and it was published 6 days ago. So I'm assuming that this is actually real, or else they would have retracted their statements. But yeah, so creation of male-derived egg cells. So scientists have developed techniques to convert XY stem cells into cells resembling female XX egg cells by deleting or modifying specific genes and manipulating epigenetic factors. This allows male-derived cells to function like oocytes. I don't know how to pronounce it, which are egg cells. 3. Fertilization process. Once male-derived egg cells are produced, they can be fertilized with sperm from another male partner, creating embryos genetically related to both men.
What the hell? You need to leave. Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the trans people. Boy, the trans people about to have a field day with this one when it comes to battling the women's. Good luck, ladies. Yeah. So, what the hell? These embryos can be cultured in vitro, opening the path towards biological offspring. Challenges and limitations. While successful in mice in some early human cell experiments, where we at? Translating this to viable human pregnancies remains in experimental stages. Issues include chromosomal abnormalities, epigenetic instability, and ethical considerations surrounding human germline manipulation. Implications for same-sex couples. This research could revolutionize family building options for same-sex male couples, allowing them to have children genetically related to both partners without using donor eggs. Yeah, Ninja. Yeah, Ninja. I'm trying not to say the wrong thing. I'm trying not to get canceled, Ninja. Ethical and regulatory considerations. Such technologies raise profound ethical questions, including genetic manipulation, reproductive rights, and societal impacts. Regulatory frameworks will be crucial to guide safe and ethical application. We are entering an era where advanced stem cell biology and genetic engineering may redefine parenthood possibilities, offering hope to many while demanding careful ethical scrutiny. Yeah, welcome to hell on earth, people. No disrespect to the alphabet community. No disrespect to the alphabet community. No disrespect to the alphabet community. All right, I love you guys. I'm just saying, when I say hell on earth, follow me, people. I don't mean like the alphabet people doing what they do because they love each other. I'm saying hell on earth in the sense that we're playing God now. And as far as I know, to try and play God is a sin. So if we look at some of the adulterous acts that you can't do, like the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill, that's playing God. So if you turn around and off somebody, you're playing God. You see what I mean? Now, like I said, I'm not a Bible thumper per se, but for those of you who don't know, Black Adam was raised Catholic. So I was raised in a church as a youngin'. When I was a youngin', like a youngster, like a pre-K, like when I was in pre-K, I went to a Catholic church school. Can you imagine? Yeah, it goes deep, people. It goes deep. So my Bible was ingrained into me when I was a baby, right? The Bible been ingrained to me since I was a baby. Now, I don't know the scripture specifically, but if I really sit there and think, and I mean, I have my Bible right here. Stays at the hip, Ninja, like my Glockiana. Shout out to my Glockiana. It stays at the hip, Ninja, in case somebody trying to bust in the door, Ninja, because I need God to have my back at all times, Ninja. But yeah, it's like I said, bro. It's hell on earth, Ninja. It's hell on earth. Hell is on earth. Let's continue. Shout out to the alphabet people. Hopefully you guys enjoy all that kind of mumble jumble and good stuff. All right, last few things. We have this lady right here. Oh, Neil's baby mama. Shout out to Neil's baby mama. Damn. Look at Neil's baby mother. But she's a little bit loony. So Neil's baby mama, Sade, was caught in a car crash while out trying to sunbathe. Let's see.
You know what?
Damn.
It's a beautiful, nice, sunny day. I'm gonna get some sun.
Yeah.
Oh
my fucking God, y'all. Oh my fucking goodness. Somebody just got into a fucking wreck. You know what?
Oh, so she didn't get into a car crash. She saw somebody get into a car crash. All right, baby. We won't care about none of that, baby. We just want to hear you talk one more time. Come, go ahead. Say what you said. Yeah.
It's a beautiful, nice, sunny day. I'm going to get some sun.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, baby. I'm here to tell you. I ain't hear a word you said, but you nice to look at. You nice to look at. Shout out to the feminists. Is that misogynistic? Is that misogynistic? Because I wasn't listening to what she said, but I like the way she looks. My bad. Let's see what else is going on. Shout out to Code 47. We got Code 47, Law and Order with Black Adam. So Code 47, the U.S. Supreme Court in a divided decision has paved the way for the Trump administration to proceed with its controversial plan to significantly reduce the size and scope of the education department. What are your thoughts? My thoughts are, yeah, train your kids to be smart, because if you don't, you're going to be cooked. For example, like I said, my dad trained me and my brother. Shout out to Papa Black. So during summer, when everybody was playing around, me and my brother were practicing tests. Like we were doing like the Chinese kids do. We practiced tests, like we practiced standardized tests. I remember as a youngin' doing multiple choice standardized tests as a regular like baseline thing that I had to do. It was a regular baseline thing. Also, I had to read a book every day for at least 2 to 3 hours a day, read a book. And it was to actually mold my brain into what it is now. So my brain is vast. Like I said, I pop shit. Sometimes I act like an idiot on here. It's on purpose. It's all by design, Ninja. The crazy thing about it is it's all by design. Now, it's divine design. I'm not necessarily saying it's me. I'm saying it's the Most High. But you see how I do that there? I do all those kind of things because I was taught to do so. So my dad taught me how to actually formulate my own opinions, have my own thoughts, between training me and my brother as a kid. So like I said, he just taught me different things. Standardized tests, how to read a book. I was only allowed, we were allowed 4 hours of like TV time. So it was like we could use 2 hours to play video games. We could use 4 hours to play video games. We have 4 hours. You can do 4 hours TV, video games, whatever you want. After that, you had to read a book, go on a computer, do some tests, or go outside and go play. Shout out to Papa Black. That's why I'm so dangerous out here. That's why I be trying to tell people. I try to tell people I'm a monopoly when it comes to like the people that look like me, because I was raised to be different. Like I was actually raised to be different. So I wasn't the only person like this. Everybody does their thing different, but I'm saying that's what happened in my household. So that's how I'm able to portray as such right now. So yeah, shout out to Code 47. My stomach is cooked. Let me see. All right, last thing before we get into the main event. We have Joy Taylor, who has been released from Fox Sports as FS1 cancels 3 shows, including hers, Craig Carlton's, and Emmanuel Ocho's The Athletic has learned. Damn, Ninja. So Joy Taylor, they let Joy Taylor go, including they canceled the show Speak, the one with Paul Pierce and Keyshawn Johnson. Damn. Yeah, it's like that, Ninja. It's like that, Ninja. I mean, she'll still probably have supporters. They just got to put up their own dough. But yeah, that's what happened, Ninja. Talk shit, swallow spit, Ninja. That's how the game go. Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that story. Past that, we at the main event, Ninja. Hold on. Let's get to it. 4, 3, 2. Let me see. 1. Here we go. Yeah, man. We in here. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to Candace Owens. Shout out to the Queen Maker. This is a deep one, people. This is a deep one. Hit the like button, people. Now, for you guys to have a better understanding of who the Queen Maker is, because a lot of people don't know, I'm going to show y'all. Now, this lady I think is dangerous. And the reason why she's dangerous is because she questions the societal norm. And that's okay, right? I mean, I do the same thing, so am I dangerous as well? The difference is women are not held to the same standards as men. Shout out to the feminists. And I'm going to show you this lady. Oh, shit. My bad, Patrick. My bad. Prince. What's her name? Princella? What's her name? The Queen. We're going to call her the Queen Maker. The Queen Maker. So this lady has a lot of supporters. This lady's on the same level as Shira 7. Let me see. Where's the video I could play? All right, we're gonna let you guys listen to this video real quick while I go get some water so I don't throw up. And you guys listen to this video. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. Here we go.
Hello, everybody.
And this is her explaining her debate with Candace Owens, and then we're gonna backtrack. Here we go.
This is Princella, the Queen Maker. Thank you all so much for showing your support for my side of the debate with Candace Owens. I would like to take this opportunity to elucidate some points that some people may have misconstrued or misheard as they listen to my debate. So the portion that I'm speaking about is when I said I don't think women would vote against their own interests, and then a few seconds later you hear me say the women are voting like Candace. So let's make sure that you understand the context of that particular portion. Remember, the debate was if we live in a matriarchy rather than a patriarchy. So at the beginning of the debate, I asked her what the definition of patriarchy was. I defined it correctly, and I gave her statistics that prove by definition we live in a patriarchy. I then tell her that I don't think women in government, because patriarchy is based on the seats held in government, I don't think that the women in government would vote against their own reproductive rights, leaving no room for incest, rape, or any of those things. I don't think women in government would do that. If we indeed lived in a matriarchy where the majority of seats were held by women. So we live in a non-existent matriarchy. She then asks, can women vote? Speaking on the population, the general population of women under the patriarchy. These were two different groups of women we were speaking about. With the women who are living under the current patriarchy, I said that they are voting against their own interests because they think like the author of Make Him a Sandwich. They think like you, Candace. I think my debate was pretty clear because I stuck to the topic. We live in a patriarchy and not a matriarchy, because the things that you're saying does not make sense if we were under an actual matriarchy. On top of that, if we lived...
All right, so y'all heard a little bit from Miss Mama herself. Shout out to KB. KB says share the live. Shout out to Goddamn. Goddamn says she could never compare to Candace. Damn, Goddamn, we ain't see you in a minute. What's happening? I think. Yeah. So let's see what this lady's saying. Hold on.
Under a matriarchy, then why, as you say...
Hey, y'all answer the poll and let us know what you think. Would you rather live in a society that was ran under a matriarchy or a patriarchy? I personally think we live in a society that's ran as a gynocracy, which means we're under the supreme control of women. But like I said, I have my own personal opinions. Men are in power, but men are only in power because we have the physical attribute, like the physicality to be in power, guys. Past that, women are in control. Women are in control because even now, things that go on, and I'm saying in society, I'm referring to the American society. Shout out to everybody else elsewhere. I'm in America. Shout out to my people. You feel me? I'm saying in the case of America, Western civilization, yeah, women run the world around here, ninja, because women know, like I said, a man's gonna do something for a woman, and it's regardless if a ninja is straight, if a man is straight, heterosexual, whatever they say, right? Even a gay man, a homosexual man, even the trans community, LGBTQIA+, we still gonna help out a woman, and that's where I say, you feel me, that women run the world, because even gay men will help women. You feel me? Does that make sense? Here we go.
The CIA, which was the group of men that funded the feminist movement, also includes the Rockefellers, which were also men. Why would they need to give women the right to lead a house, the right to vote, all of these things, right? Why would that need to be taking place by men
And I'll say this too. The reason why they gave them that is because women asked for it too. So like I said, I've read a lot of books, people. So I've read certain books on this. So I've read books about relationships, social dynamics, and women. I'm not going to say the books I read because I don't want to come off as misogynistic, but always understand that a lot of the things that you guys hear me say, I'm saying it like I'm quoting it from women that have said these things. So for example, the current state of society, right? Wherever society was in the past, before society was at where it was at, I personally feel, and I can be wrong, we're all entitled to an opinion, but I feel that society was the current way it was at that point in time because that's what the women of that current time wanted. Ninja? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So whenever men became in control, like I said, past the barbarianism, I personally think that women wanted men in control. Even when men were able to enforce the law, like I said, the reason why men are in control is because we're able to enforce the law. The women chose the strongest men. That's just how it been. And it doesn't matter if she was gay, straight, or whatever. Even a gay woman will still probably choose a strong man. She's not going to put herself around a weak man that can't defend her. Here we go.
Further confirming that we live under a patriarchy and not a matriarchy. The same people who funded the feminist movement are also the same people who funded the Board of Education.
All right, boom. Let's stop her right there. So the same people that funded the feminist movement or whatever she said, right? My whole thing is, if the same people who funded feminism are the people in control, it would naturally only make sense that the people in control who have the most access to resources fund the same movement that might change the course of history. So I'm confused, bro. That's why I always say, people, sometimes you got to watch people because they're saying stuff and they may have some truth to what they're saying. Like, don't get me wrong. She has her own personal way of thinking and she may come off as an intellectual or whatever the case may have you. But the thing is, if men and women weren't equal at that time when feminism started happening and that movement was created, how else were they supposed to get the money? Can somebody break that down for me? Somebody break that down for me. How else would they get the money? They had to get the money from the people who were in power one way or another, whether it was directly or indirectly. They weren't going to just make the money from thin air. Easiest example to explain what I just said, look at the current state of the black community. Shout out to the American black people. Shout out to the FBAs, and all the tethers across the diaspora. Shout out to the tethers too. Right? What do they call it? Separation. What was it called? Inclusion, whatever. Whenever inclusion happened after slavery, inclusion didn't happen to necessarily give black people a chance to survive. Inclusion happened to better the economy. So even feminism wasn't created to give women a chance for their own rights to be free or whatever the case may have you. That was a ruse, if you will. The idea was to turn around and add more people to the workforce. Even now when women, they say that they're in they want to work and all that. That's cool and all that. That's a plus that comes out of it. But always remember, women spend more money than men. So when you guys see these things and feminism and all that, like the reason why they want women working is because women are willing to spend more money. Whereas men, we're willing to spend our money. And I'm saying as a heterosexual male, shout out to the Alphabet Brigade. I'm saying as a heterosexual male. So if you don't feel included, shout out to the queers and non-queers and they, them. Don't come for me, Ninja. I'm just saying, Ninja. I'm saying as a heterosexual male, like once you have everything you want as a man, and I keep harping on this, once you have everything you want as a man, you don't really need anything else. You're just gonna stack your money because there's nothing else to buy unless you're trying to buy shit to impress a woman, or you're trying to buy a woman, my ninja. That's it. That's it in all reality. Let's continue.
So when you give people who have been intentionally stupefied a controller to tell them they can play the political game, you're going to get people who vote based on their emotions, who vote parallel to their husbands, who vote for all types of emotional reasons and not policy. Because the education in America, reading comprehension for adults in America is 6th grade. Even though women are far better at literacy It's interesting that globally, under a global patriarchy, it's interesting that 2/3 of the 770 million people or adults globally are illiterate, which would be women.
Yeah, you lost me there, buddy. Now, like I said, shout out to the feminists. I'm not hating on this lady. It's just as far as I know, whether or not we're discussing literacy or illiteracy, there's more than 770 million people in the entire world, Ninja. Isn't there like 10 billion people? There's like 8 billion people in the world, Ninja. Like globally, Ninja. Globally. But I just wanted to let you hear what she had to say. Like I said, shout out to her for having her own way of thinking. I don't necessarily agree with it. It's not my problem though. And the reason why I don't agree with it is because she's speaking from a skewed perspective. So she's not speaking as if she cares for women. She's speaking from a perspective of the need to be right. Now, like I said, it may come off the same way as me, but I don't care about being right. I don't care what nobody has to say. I got my own perspective, so I'm going to stand on it. And the reason why I stand on it is because I know, being a black man in America, no matter what you say, people are going to be mad at you regardless. So you can say the right thing, people are still going to be mad. You can say the wrong thing. Shout out to the ninjas that look like me. Y'all know at work, you go to work, you work too much. If you work too hard, they'll turn around and say you work too hard. If you work too little, they'll turn around and call you lazy. You do the job, they'll say there's more to do. Like I said, it's never enough. So that's why I stand on principles now. Fuck what everybody has to say, Ninja. All right, so look, let's see. Let's bring it up now. Candace Owens and oh shit, hold on 1 second, y'all. Candace Owens and the Queen Maker. Let's see this debate. Here we go.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Princella, the Queen.
Shout out to the Queen Maker. Shout out to Candace Owens. And y'all know Candace Owens. She's in the political world. I don't know too much about her. I know enough though. But the reason why I don't know too much about her. She don't play for the same team as me, Ninja. And what I mean by that is, she like white men, Ninja, and that's okay. It's okay that she likes white men, but because she doesn't find people that look like me attractive based off her own notions and statements, I'm not really I don't fiend to talk about people that don't like things that look like me. Does that make sense? Shout out to my white brothers and sisters. Like I said, I like white women and I'll fornicate with white women, but I'm not too into talking about white people like that. And it's not that I'm afraid to talk about them. It's the fact that, like I said, majority of them don't like me. So it's like, why am I talking about people that don't like me? You feel me? I have the same sentiment as them. They don't like me per se. I'm not necessarily inclined to be of a liking to them. Now, I like the white people that like me. Shout out to the white people that I met in my life that were cool. Shout out to them. They know who they are. I like them. But I'm saying in its entirety, I don't really know, I focus on what's focused on me per se. Shout out to KB. KB asked, are they married? I guess you're referring to Candace Owens and her husband. Yeah, they're married as far as I know. They are married and I think they have kids. So yeah, like I said, she's spoken for. So since she's spoken for, I'm not really inclined to think about her like that. But here we go.
Maker.
Love that.
So you say we live in a matriarchy.
Right.
Can you give me the definition of patriarchy?
Yes. Well, the patriarchy is the idea that the system, our system in America, is being run by men, and that women are having to exist under a system that immediately disadvantages them because men are behind it. And I disagree with that pointedly. I think actually we're living in a society where people are being very much influenced socially and politically by women.
Okay, so the denotative definition of patriarchy is father rule, and where positions of government are held majorly by men, where women are largely excluded. So 125 House of Representatives are female, and that's only about 25%.
Right.
And only about 28% make up Senate, and 3.3% of Congress up until this date have ever been women. So by denotative definition, we literally live in a patriarchy.
Yes. So I disagree with that. So I think what this gets to, which is actually an important part of the conversation, is that people always think that where there is disparity, there's somehow inequality, and I actually reject that entirely. I think it's just a difference in what we're interested in. I think we're biologically wired, we're interested in different.
All right, so let me break that down because that was a lot to digest. All right, so what's the lady name? The Queen Maker basically said the definition, which I put in the YouTube chat. A patriarchy is a system or society of government in which men predominantly hold the power and women are largely excluded from it. Now, I'm of the same opinion of Candace Owens, whereas women may want power, but they don't necessarily want the power that they say that they want. Now, let me break that down because, you know, a lot of people get up in arms. What do I mean by that? Power, with great power comes, in the famous words of Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. So it's a lot to have power. It's a lot to run a country. That shit is stressful. My perfect example, shout out to KH, Kamala Harris. Shout out to Kamala Harris. Look at how, if you look at when Kamala Harris started running for president, and then you looked at how she went through, if you look at her, like, if you look at her facial structure, she literally aged from trying to run for president. Secondly, if you looked at her reaction, like I said, we don't have the same sentiments per se. So it's cool to want to be empowered, but with great power comes great responsibility. So it's not easy to actually be in power. We all like the idea of power, right? We like the idea of it, but actually maintaining it, it's not fun. It's not fun. The shit requires work and the shit is not easy. Shout out to KB Wildin. KB said, I hope I have went home before women get in control because it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. And that's the thing. So when women get power, I'm not going to say that they abuse it, but women don't look at power the same way dudes look at power. So for example, you know, men, we get power, like let's say money, right? Men get money to give away, whereas women get money to hold it down for themselves. So it's shit like that where you have to kind of see the writing on the wall. And I'm not saying that to be sexist or whatever. I'm saying it's just the writing on the wall. And it's fine that they want to do that, but we can't give you power. Like we can't give you that kind of money so you can sit on it. Like the money's supposed to be spent. Shout out to these corporations. Here we go.
Careers. And just because if we looked in the fashion industry and said, oh, well, it's being dominated by women, it wouldn't mean that, okay, well, that means that the fashion industry is a matriarchy and men have no sense. It just means have no ability to communicate how they feel in the fashion industry. I literally think that those numbers show that we're just biologically different. So I actually think politically, women have shown that they have a lot more power than men have. And I'm talking about just in terms of political movements. The most recent I can think of is the Me Too movement, right? Yep. If a bunch of women get together and complain about a man and refer to the patriarchy and scream, generally speaking, let me know if you agree, the media will celebrate that. If a bunch of men got together and were shrieking and speaking about women, generally speaking, the media would call them all white supremacists and say that we had a misogyny problem
that's where Candace loses me because Candace, you know, the difference between me and Candace Owens is Candace Owens, I guess these are the people in power, but Candace Owens looks to the white man, so I don't really look to the white man. And shout out to my white brothers and my white male counterparts. Shout out to them. But yeah, when I think men, I don't think white men. When I think men in general. So yes, if men in general were to do the same things that women did, we would be gaslighted, we would be shamed, we will be manipulated, we will be guilt tripped for doing those things. And that's fine because men aren't supposed to act like women. But if we're not held to the same standards, this is the thing I always say. If we're not held to the same standards, we're not equal. And it's okay to not be equal because, you know, women always say we're supposed to be equal to men, we're equal to men. And I always tell women this, it's like, okay, you can want to be equal to men, but ladies, you got to remember this, ladies. Men are not equal. So if men are not equal, if there's a hierarchy among men, how are all women equal to men? Can somebody break that down for me? Can somebody break that down for me? That's what I always try to tell people. It doesn't make sense. Men are not equal amongst each other. Every man is different. Whether or not you want to admit that to yourself, you don't. You think all guys are the same. We don't even make the same amount of money. So the hierarchy is already created through the money. So how are all women equal to men if men aren't equal to each other? That's what I always want to figure out. But besides the point, I digress from this conversation because this is not about me. This is about Candace Owens and Princella, the Queen Maker.
We're really wrong in society. Women are allowed to be more vocal in general about problems than men are.
Well, let me speak to that. Mm-hmm. When we're talking about government and media, these are two different things. So under the denotative definition of a...
And another thing too, shout out to KB. KB said I'm not equal to a man. Another thing too, What did she say right here? Hold on, let me run that back.
Two
right
different
here.
things.
So she said the media and government are two different things. And I'm here to tell you guys, the media and the government is the same thing. The media is the fourth branch of unrestricted government. Ninja, are y'all hearing me, bro? Are y'all hearing me? The media is the fourth branch of unrestricted government. I've already said this so many times, because the media can turn around and write something about you. And if 20 different publications write something about you, everybody believes it, whether or not it's true. Boom. Let me give you the comparison. Let's say you're a terrorist. If the CIA puts out, what is it called? An Amber Alert. If the CIA or the local law enforcement agencies who work for the government put out a APB on you, everybody's assuming that you are dangerous. That's how the media works. So the media and government coincide with each other and they work hand in hand. Fourth branch of unrestricted government. The difference between the media and the government, and the reason why the media is not considered part of the government, is so specifically they can work unrestrictedly under the law of freedom of speech. That's how dangerous the media is. But it's okay. It's okay because it's necessary, because we need to know information. But the media literally works unrestricted, minus the freedom of speech to where you can't put out hate, right? They can put out whatever they want and then retract it and say, we made a mistake. They can put out whatever they want about you and then retract it afterwards after they painted a picture. My perfect example is Diddy. Shout out to Diddy. In the media, they painted Diddy as guilty, and this ninja still beat the government. Ninja! Are y'all hearing me? They put this ninja in the media as guilty, and he still beat the government in terms of RICO charges. Now, I'm not defending an abuser. I'm just saying that's a perfect example of how they work coincide. They coincide and work amongst one another, right? They work with each other, but at the same time, the media works unrestrictedly because we can put out whatever we want under the idea of the Free Speech Act and the freedom of press. Here we go.
So, under the denotative definition of a patriarchy, by the percentages that are occupied in the government, which is majority male, defines us as a patriarchy. Now, what it comes to for capitalism, for marketing purposes and control, for capital and revenue, that is a totally different conversation. But who's making the laws? I don't.
And then that's where you lose us. Now, she has some truth to what she said. That is a different conversation. So marketing purposes and everything, that's a different conversation. But always understand that if they're marketing towards women, if everything is being marketed towards women, we have to assume that women are the ones who are actually in control. Because if women weren't in control, why are they marketing towards women, right? And I'm always going to use the example of Black people being slaves in America. And if that's too much for y'all, that's too extreme for y'all, I'll use the example of slaves in general. If I had slaves, why would I market to these slaves if these slaves were not in control? Why would I market to these slaves? Like I said, now to control my slaves, I would lie to my slaves. I would tell my slaves false information. I tell them things they can and can't do so that way they would think a certain way. Like I said with women aren't necessarily told things they can and can't do. Men are told things they can and can't do. When it comes to responsibilities, Ninja, if I was to walk outside the crib right now, right, and I've seen this before with a streamer, we put this on the show. Ninja, if I was out in these streets right now, if I went to 6th Street, what up, Austin? We in the building. If I went to 6th Street right now, Ninja, if I went to 6th Street right now and I was walking by, right, and a girl was intoxicated and she passed by me and she said, move, Ninja. And I looked at her and I said, excuse me, right? And then she threw her drink on my face and then she slapped me, right? You know, somehow, some way, they blame me. They'd say you shouldn't be out that late. Why'd you get in her face? Did you say something to her? What did you do? Mind you, I ain't do nothing to this girl. Like I said, y'all know I love the ladies, but I gotta reinforce my point. Let me reinforce my point. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna show y'all. Watch this, guys. Watch this, because this is the society we live in. But if you speak too much, they'll try and shut you down. They've already tried to cancel me, so I personally don't care. Streamer, snapped on. Watch this. And I mean, shout out to the Black women. It's not about y'all. I'm just using it as an example. Hold on. Here we go.
Are you mixed?
Are you mixed? No, that's not it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me find it. It was this white ninja. Streamer. Slap. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it, bro. I might not be able to find. I don't know the ninja name. Oh yeah, this is it right here. Right here. Shout out to Jay Relly for giving us the perfect example. Shout out to Jay Relly. And the sad thing about it is when you speak the truth, ninjas get mad. I don't give a damn, ninja. Don't be mad at me, ninja. I'm just pointing it out. Look at this shit.
Excuse you. What? Bitch, you can have some manners.
Look. Listen.
That won't even be a thing. Excuse you. What? Bitch, you can have some manners. Like I said, excuse you. You need to leave.
Y'all seen that? Y'all seen that? Look at his face, bro. Look at his face. Y'all see his face? Look at his face, dog. Bro, look at his face, bro. Look at his face, bro. Look.
You can have some fucking manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse
Oh. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, bro.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
So you know, we covered this story. This is a random girl, people. So this ninja don't know her. This not no skit. This a random girl. And she came out and explained it. I'm gonna show you the next video. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all the next video. And it's okay, because we give pretty women a pass. I be telling y'all ninjas, but look at this. I'm telling y'all, pretty privilege is a real thing, ninja. Because if a ninja did that, ninja would have got jumped by all her friends, ninja. Look at this.
Suck my dick.
All right, so he turning up. So look, watch this, guys. So Jay Relly, girl drunk, responds. Shout out to Jay Relly. I'm sorry you had to go through that, brother. I understand. So listen, bro. Listen.
Like I said, why I punched Jay Relly.
Hold on.
I'm sweet as fuck.
Look, she smacked that ninja in his face.
Everybody, we're back.
All right, man. We ain't trying to hear you talk. Shout out to you, my brother. Hold on. I want her to speak for herself. Here we go.
In the face. So I'm not sitting here.
Man, come on. Why they can't just let this girl talk by herself?
Me putting my hands on anybody.
All right, come on. Hold on, bro. And really what it was she was drunk. Here we go.
I punched Jay Relly in the face. So I'm not sitting here justifying me putting my hands on.
All right, y'all just gonna have to deal with the music, bro. But here go the story. Hold on. Y'all just gonna have to deal with the music, bro.
Like I said, why I punched Jay Relly in the face.
Look who it is. I totally did not see this coming.
So I'm not sitting here justifying me putting my hands on anybody.
So surely she takes accountability and realizes her actions are wrong and asks for forgiveness, right?
Drunk as fuck, 3 drinks in, mixed drinks, I'm done for it.
And boom, she brings out the drunk card. I don't get using the drunk card if you're able to articulate your words in a coherent way, so this is already invalid.
Excuse you, what? You got more manners. Through the water. Throwing the water, ain't gonna lie, too much. Drag it.
So when you threw the water in that nigga's face, that was dragging it. But when you socked him in the mouth, that was justified.
I don't got no excuse. You drunk as fuck.
Say you have no excuse, but then you proceed to say right after that you were drunk. Hey, accountability is up 40 on some of y'all boys, bro.
All right, look, moral of the story is she said she was drunk and that's why she did that. Now, like I said, let a ninja have done that. Everybody, including myself, would have said, throw that ninja under the jail, my ninja. Okay? Now, personally, like I said, I don't really care, but I'm using this to reinforce my point. Here we go, Candace Owens. Let's get back into it.
My next claim is that we live under a matriarchy.
Oh, shit, hold on.
My next claim is that we live under a matriarchy, not a patriarchy. And that women...
Well, by denotative definition, we
Hold
live...
up.
I literally think that those numbers show that we're just biological.
Here we go. Let's continue.
If a bunch of men got together and were shrieking and speaking about women, generally speaking, the media would call them all white supremacists and say that we had a misogyny problem and that things were really wrong in society. Women are allowed to be more vocal in general about problems than men are.
Well, let me speak to that. When we're talking about government and media, these are two different things. So, under the denotative definition of a patriarchy, by the percentage that are occupied in the government, which is majority male, defines us as a patriarchy. Now, when it comes to for capitalism, for marketing purposes and control, for capital and revenue, that is a totally different conversation. But who's making the laws? I don't think that women are the ones voting to have their reproductive rights taken away, where you have rape, incest, and all of these things excluded to force women to be able to have. I don't think women in government would largely vote against their own interests because it's majority male. Patriarchy.
Okay, I think love that point. Are women allowed to vote?
Oh, of course they are.
Who's voting that patriarchy, and then out of curiosity?
No, I totally agree. And you want to know why? Because
okay, so it's basically what she said is who's voting the men in to be in power, and it's the women voting the men in to be in power. So now Queen Maker is gonna say, they're voting against their own self-interest. Here we go.
There are so many women who think like you submit to the idea of men ruling everything, and your ideology is spread across a lot of women who also falsely believe to vote against their own interests just to complain about it in the end. Earlier you said that women would be much more happier working at home, but don't you agree that it's human nature to want things that you don't have? So during the 1950s, which is something that you constantly bring up, it wasn't until 1994 that it was illegal to beat your wife. And so what we're dealing with is people wanting something, and then when they get it, they're not happy with it, and then they have to revoke that idea for something else. And so what you're saying is that women vote for these things because they have the same mentality as you.
Okay, so you're acknowledging that women have the freedom to vote.
Yes.
And you're saying that women are still existing mentally, even with the freedom to vote.
Correct.
They are voting men in because we are still victims of...
No, I don't believe in victimhood. I believe in lack of education and lack of knowledge, because one of the things that you also say...
Do you think that it could just be that more men are running for positions of office?
No, not necessarily, because remember, the United...
Now, shout out to Queen Maker. She's making some good points, but she's not trying to listen to what Candace is saying. So the reality of the situation is, yes, more men are trying to run for office than women. It is what it is. The statistics are out there. Go see for yourself. If there were more women trying to run for office, naturally there would be more women in these positions, right? It's just how it goes. Now there's maybe reasons socially or spiritually or emotionally as to why women don't do that. I can't really attest to that based off of preconceived notions or the past or whatever the case may have you. But we're living in a new world now. So it's kind of hard to always believe that argument, because one thing I know with women, and shout out to the ladies, enough is never enough. So women always want more, more, more. There'll never be enough. And that's why personally, I think that women will never fully be in power, because if we put women in power, they're never going to be satisfied. After they get the power, what's next? All right, now let's change the whole way society works. We can't do that. It doesn't make sense. Now they can go have power somewhere. I don't know where though, but not necessarily in America. Now shout out to the women that are going to be in power. So we're going to have a woman president. I see that coming in the future. We will have one. Don't get me wrong. And we'll have women in power, but we're not going to have, or maybe like 1,000 years into the future, we may have where it's like majority women in power and then less men. But I wonder what that society would look like, and is that society sustainable? Let us know what you think in the comment section. And like I said, people, I don't necessarily have these things that I'm saying, these opinions, as my personal belief. I am doing the Discord. This is my show, so I have to do the Discord and I have to start the conversation. Here we go.
States, the average reading comprehension of people in the United States is 6th grade. So we're not dealing with educated people. Lack of education is the cause for what we see in the world. And if we educate the women better, because a nation can rise no higher than its woman, and if she reading and comprehending at a 6th grade level and popping out a lot of kids, you know, because the brokest people in the world pop out the most kids. So if we have...
Shout out to Queen Maker. She's making good points. She's making good points. But the problem is she's making good points, but the problem is if everything that she's saying is true, how can we have these people in power if they have the 6th grade level comprehension? And that's where she turns around and messes up her argument, right? That's where she messes up her argument. It's a good intellectual conversation, and you know, the premise and the idea itself, it sounds nice on paper, but if these people aren't actually educated to a high level, if their education level is only at a 6th grade level, why would we put these people in power? The next thing she'll probably say is we need to have more infrastructure so these people can become smarter, or whatever the case may have you, and that's fine, but that still takes time. That doesn't mean we can just immediately put people in power. Let's continue.
Have those people voting, of course they're going to vote against their interests because they're voting for some utopian society that will never exist.
Okay, so that's why you think Kamala lost.
This ain't even about Kamala.
Because you're talking about women. No, but we had an opportunity.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had a male running and we had a female running. And we actually showed that Trump increased the amount of women who voted for him, right? So I'm asking you, do you believe that the reason that happened was because women became less educated during that time?
They've always been less educated. Did you know that UNESCO says that
It's crazy because they say that, you know, she said that women are less educated. But since I went to college, and since I went to college, people, and I went to college, I started college over 10 years ago. Excuse me. So 10 years ago when I was in college, even at my college, there were more women on campus than there were men. Can you imagine? So that's why when I turn around and hear these conversations, I just be thinking to myself like,
but what the hell, boy?
kind of like, bro, what are we talking about, bro? When I was in college over 10 years ago, Ninja, end of this year makes 11 years. Yes, it's been 10 years. Over 10 years ago when I was in college, if not more, do y'all realize that there were more women in college when I was in college, Ninja? So it's like, what are we talking about now? Now it's even higher, Ninja. Here we go.
Thirds of the 7.7 million illiterate adults is women, illiterate. And we have 6th grade educated people voting. And guess who? Guess the dominant population is white women. And so guess what? Now you have to add a race element into that, which you already know exists. Because we, as black folks, we ain't the dominant people voting people in. Okay, so now when we have...
And then this becomes the next question. Okay, cool. So let's add white women into the equation. Shout out to the white queen. Shout out to Attorney General Pam Bondi. Pretty self. My bad to her husband. My bad to her husband. No disrespect to you, sir. I'm just using her as an example. So you see, we have Pam Bondi in a position of power, and she's not really the example I'm trying to say. The example I'm trying to make is, okay, so now let's add white women into the equation. Are you going to be satisfied when you see white women in power? Huh? That's the next question. Because if you're not going to be satisfied when you see white women in power, that's when I turn around and tell you guys, this the shit I be talking about, where we give you something where you take we give you an inch and you take a mile. And I'm not saying all women, I'm saying when it comes to like these kind of things, like even shout out to the alphabet boys and girls. Y'all got to get this work too. See, the alphabet community is cool, but the problem with the alphabet community is they kind of put it under the guise of Black Lives Matter. Once the whole idea of Black Lives Matter died down, they added LGBTQ and then pride and all that into Black Lives, and then they illuminated, or they used that as a ruse to expand whatever they wanted. And that's where we're turning around and messing up society now. So like I said, okay, are you going to allow white women to be in power? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, my conspiracy theory my conspiracy theory is that the first woman president in America is going to be a white woman. I said it here first. You heard it here first. And the reason why is because if they have to make a woman president, and if this is a race thing, why would they let a black woman be a president before a white woman? I mean, ask yourself that.
What the hell,
so if we see the writing on the wall, why do we try to ignore the writing on the wall? Let's just call a spade a spade. The first woman president in America that's whitewashed, as they like to say, whitewashed America, it would only naturally follow that the first woman president of America be a white woman. Now, if an anomaly happens, okay, cool. But more than likely, it's going to be a white woman, a Caucasian white woman, blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever is the most highest standard of beauty when it comes to white people. That's what's going to happen, Ninja. Here we go.
To go into white supremacy and feminism, now you have to look at the mind of the people who actually have economic success and what they're voting for, because classism actually matters as well. So
all right, so even when it comes to white supremacy and all that, and the classism as well that she may speak to, it's like I said, white people have their own kind of hierarchy that they do, you feel me? So they have their own kind of way that they move. So even when you come to thinking about these ideas, even with the idea of feminism, the idea of feminism wasn't intended for black people, Ninja. If you ain't know, Ninja. The idea of feminism was intended for white women to have more power, Ninja. You ain't know that, Ninja? Yeah, Ninja, it wasn't about you. It was for white women to have access to more power, so that way, in case the men ever lost power, the white women had power. If the white man lost power, guess who's in power now? The white woman, and it just keeps going back and forth. You ninjas just fell for it. Past that, it is what it is, Ninja. Here we go.
I'm sorry, but a lot of people vote based on their feelings and not based on policy.
Pause, guys.
Yes.
And everybody votes based off of feelings and not, well, a good majority of people are voting based off of their feelings and not policies, because that's just how it's intended, especially when it comes to the Democratic Party. Shout out to the Republicans and shout out to the Democrats, but Democrats are specifically voting off of their emotions. So when it comes down to policies, some people know the policies, but the majority of people don't. When it comes to the Republicans know policies as well, but I told you guys earlier, I believe in today's stream, that Republicans fall in line like the military. So whether or not the policies are good, not good, they're gonna fall in line with each other, because that's just how they roll, man. That's it for tonight's show, Ninja. Let us know what you think, Ninja. Let us know what you think, my Ninja. It is what it is, Ninja. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to be what it is. The people in power are the reason why we're in the current state of affairs that we're in. Past that, yeah, there's going to be a woman president. There's going to be more women in all these spaces. It is what it is. But just always remember, you get what you wish for, Ninja. I'll leave it at that. Shout out to you if you tune in, man. If you tune in, you are the resistance. You are the core. Shout out to the Adam. Shout out to the Eves. I appreciate y'all. We back in here tomorrow, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Deuces.